Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse, actually between the two courthouses on Pearl Street. We've come to a flat surface because there's a lot to discuss. In the Eric Adams world, yesterday, as Brian Cordasco of the FDNY was pleading guilty, news came across of the arrest of Mohammed Bahi, and he did later appear in magistrate's court. He was bonded out for $250,000, unsecured, two co-signers, but it's what he did that's the most interesting. He was the one that advised businessman, we believe it's Tolib Mansurov, an Uzbek businessman with a company called United Elite Group, and he told him how to bundle it. Instead of giving $10,000, give $2,000 himself and have 4 employees, one of whom was the treasurer of the Silk Road Foundation, passing it on through. Then he told the 4 of them to, or the boss, to there's some ambient sound there. To not confess that they'd done this straw donor situation, and then he deleted his signal messages with Eric Adams. So, as I said yesterday, again, people don't seem to this might be the guy that flips. There's of course a lot of other guys. What's unclear to me is why Tolib Mansurov hasn't himself. Why these guys are not been charged. I covered a state case where these 4 Bangladesh origin business people all had to plead guilty. They didn't get much time, but we'll see. To be continued. In other news, on the Sean Combs front, tomorrow, of course, he'll be in court, brought in from the NBC to be in front of Judge Subramanian. But in civil litigation, in the Lil Rod Jones versus Combs and United Music Group, or as they say, UMG recording case, UMG wants sanctions against Lil Rod and his lawyer for, they say, all of their attorney's fees, $200,000. We'll see. It's a scary prospect. In other news, as we reported last night, the suit against Giuliani trying to collect the money won his 3 Yankee World Series rings. But Andrew Giuliani, on consent, filed to intervene to say that he was gifted these rings in 2018. We also yesterday covered Devin Nunes versus NBC, but you can find that online. It's a defamation case. And of course, we also covered the United Nations, where there was no briefing, there were no answers to our questions about ITU and other forms of corruption. We've also written a story about Rebecca Grynspan. Reportedly, is Guterres more corrupt than Eric Adams? I believe he is. That's just my view, because he can't handle a free press. But he's also trying to tap his successor. Take a look at Rebecca Grynspan and UNCTAD. And on that note, we'll be heading in. Heading in for today, there's a murder sentencing. There are a number of things going on, but in the Eric Adams world, you just never know what's coming next. Oh, Trump, for what it's worth, on his civil case and judgment again by E. Jean Carroll, there's a charging lien filed as the plaintiff's firm split up. But you'll find all of that on InnerCityPress.com. We've got to get in there. To be continued, Inner City Press.